Make sure you take good notes. Lots of teachers encourage note-taking, especially in high school. But these instructions can be confusing, and not everyone takes notes the same way. In your opinion, what does it mean to take good notes? In this lesson, we'll learn how effective note-taking strategies can improve learning now and provide tools for review later on. Here are the essentials. Notes are a much shorter, personalized version of a lesson or other source of information. They include information, often from a teacher, book, or video, that has been put into the note-taker's own words. Notes can be composed of words, symbols, drawings, or tables. What are notes? Notes condense information by shortening it and sometimes representing it in a new way. Simply copying information from a textbook or writing down a teacher's exact words isn't note-taking. And making a list of completely new ideas isn't note-taking either. Note-taking is somewhere in the middle. But why take notes in the first place? Taking notes can help a learner stay focused and engaged, avoiding distractions during a lesson or reading session. Note-taking also helps with retaining or keeping information in your brain. By filtering out unimportant words and rewording key information, note-taking actually makes things easier for the brain. It helps it process and store information to remember later on. This is called encoding. Some people believe they remember more when they don't take notes, but that's not supported by research. Several studies have shown that, compared to students who don't take notes, students who do take notes score higher on tests. Which is true. Taking notes can help students remember information, both during class and in the future. But taking good, effective notes? That takes practice. Take a look at these two students' notes. How do the notes compare? Student A's notes are much longer. They took notes verbatim, or word for word. Verbatim notes are often harder to read and include a lot of unnecessary information, or fluff, like introductory phrases, transition words, and complete sentences. Research shows that verbatim note-takers learn less and remember less, probably because they aren't filtering the information. Taking verbatim notes is more work, with no benefit to learning. Student B wrote down the key information in their own words and removed unnecessary words. They also used abbreviations and symbols, which can help students write faster and filter information while still creating something that makes sense. It's almost like a secret code. Here are a few common ways to do this. Let's decode a portion of one student's history notes using this list of note-taking symbols. What does this mean about Henry VIII's divorce from Catherine of Aragon? Using symbols, these notes explain that Henry VIII's divorce led to changes in religious organization in England. Maybe you notice that this note isn't a complete sentence, and that it isn't perfect or pretty. That's okay. The most important characteristic of good notes is that they're understandable to the note-taker. One easy way to make something understandable is to make sure it's organized. Organization starts with the title and date, to make the notes easier to find and study later on. And, if possible, all notes for one course should be kept in the same place, like a binder, folder, or online folder. And whatever it is, label it. There are lots of different options when it comes to organizing the content of one's notes. They can follow the order in which the information was presented, or they can be organized around big ideas and topics. Notes can be written outline style, with main ideas and subtopics. Another option is column style, with keywords, questions, and drawings on one side and key points on the other. Cornell notes are a popular version of this style. Notes can also be drawn as concept maps, where main ideas and subtopics are connected with lines and shapes. Which is true? Notes in different styles can represent the same information in different ways and still be effective. No matter what style one chooses, using notes for review is one of the most powerful ways to take advantage of notes. Taking notes and never looking at them again misses one of the biggest benefits of note-taking. Notes can be used alongside effective study strategies. For example, covering up parts of definitions and explanations in notes is a great way to do active recall. Or a student could review a few sections of their notes every day during their spaced practice. When it comes to actually creating the notes, there are two options: handwritten and digital. Handwritten notes have some advantages, like forcing the note-taker to use fewer words and think more about how to organize information. Paper and pen note-takers aren't prone to as many distractions on a digital device. On the other hand, these notes do take longer to write. It's easier to miss information, especially if the teacher talks quickly, and the notes may be hard to read later on, depending on a student's handwriting and organization skills. Digital notes can help the note-taker keep up with the pace of information presented. Depending on the device or application a student uses, there's sometimes an option of extra digital features, such as adding pictures or diagrams. But digital note-takers are more prone to distractions on a device, and they're much more likely to take verbatim notes. Between handwritten and digital notes, which format would work best for you? Why? Here are just a few key things to remember about note-taking. Use notes to learn in the moment and remember information later on. Keep them short. Have an organization system. Get the full power of notes by using them to review. Find the style that works for you and your setting. Now, try it out yourself. Think of a class or situation where you could try taking notes in the near future. Outline, Cornell, or concept map. Which note-taking style will work best for you? Why? Those are the key points when it comes to note-taking. Thanks for unlocking your potential with us.